So then I'm going to take you over a quick assembly guide. So to make it really simple and easy for you to do while you're either out in the field or you're setting the machine up at home. First off, have everything laid out in front of you, and we'll start off with the lower shaft and the coil. So what we need to do is get your lower shaft, put your two washers, place one on either side, notches down, so the notches go in there and in there. So you see little dots that are there, they go in there. So make sure it's all flush and they drop into place. Have the pin facing down, because that's how you need to have it. Right then, so slide that in. So you get a nice hole showing. And you get your bolt and place it through. It might be a little bit stubborn at first. Sometimes it can be. Everything's all brand new. But it will go in. Just a little wangling, here go in. Get your coil bolt level either side and place your nuts on and screw up. Not too tight for now, no need, that will do. We're going to carry on with the middle shaft now. With the middle shaft you've got little clasps inside, so twist the cam locks until they're flush. You can put your finger in, twist it like that, and you'll feel them go flush with the coil, in the middle stem. So do that both sides, both ends. And this turns around, and that's why you needed that pin down. So hold the pin down and push in, and it should go in. A little bit stiff sometimes, being brand new. And we're going to take it down probably to about, let's take it down to about there. Keep it nice and short for the video. That's that part done. Next part is the actual main unit into the middle stem. So that's why we've got it flush in there, the little clasps. Make sure they're still flush, because otherwise you will not get that in. Otherwise they need to be flush. So turn the cam lock to without flush, hold the little pin down and slide in. And that will allocate into that hole only. Now you can do up your cam locks. Do them up nice and firm. I have to squeeze the hell out of them, just so they're nicely done. Right, then we'll go on to the coil lead. Now I'm going to have excess coil lead here because I've done a short detector just to get it all in the film. But what you're aiming to do is have this coil lead semi-loose, because you don't want it pulling tight when you're detecting or you move your detector around. You don't want that pulling or tugging on there. So you need some slack in it basically. So I'm going to start from there for this one. You wrap it round, keep wrapping. It's going to be quite tight because I've got a short detector. And we'll have to virtually nearly overlap it. Like so. And you have a little notch out there, and that goes to the bottom, and that's where the notch is. Hopefully you can see that in one outside. There's a little notch on the bottom of there, a notch on the bottom there. Line that up, and you'll feel it go in. Where is it now? There we are. That will slot into place. Do that up nicely. Don't overdo it, but just nice and firm. And that's your assembled machine. All we need to do now is make sure your power switch is to the 0 or the off position. Now I've already placed the batteries in, but I'll just show you quickly what you need to do. So once you've undone your little screw, what will be in there, it will show you batteries. Well, you'll have an empty case, empty battery case, and that just detaches as so. So make sure you've got a good firm grip on it, and be careful not to pull on these wires. They are in there quite tough, but the less you pull on the better. But you've got a fair bit of slack in there. So that just detaches like that. Place your batteries in. The negative ends go on the springs, all sides, boom, boom, boom. Plus, again, it's flush against the flat ends. Once you've done that, place that back. Make sure you've got it right, otherwise it ain't going to go in anyway. nice and firm, it will hop on. There we go. Don't make sure you're not going to pinch any wires when you're placing that back down. As you can see, they go down nicely. Get your cover. Make sure you cover your little holes going towards the little hole there, so when you can line the screw. Once you get it on, and slide that along. Sometimes it can get a little bit stuck there, but in this case it ain't. So if it does get stuck, you just push that little bit down there. But it's not getting stuck on this occasion. So and we get our screw wherever we put that. Don't lose that because it's tiny. Place that in. Don't drop it on the table. But what it needs to go, it needs to go into there. There we go, lined up. And you do your screw up as such. And now you have a complete working detector. Just additional note, the reason why we left some slack in the coil is so it don't pull on the coil plug. So you want some slack in there. You're going to be detecting like that. So like I said, I did this up fairly short so I can get on the video. But what you need to do, see, like there, it's too tight. So you get it, take your time, and undo the coil from up here as many times as you want until you get it nice and correct. So you want it just so you can go about there. So you've got a bit of play, but you're not going to really have the coil come back this way. There's no need. So just get roughly about there, get your tie strap. And this is stop it really wobbling around and causing false signals. Let's do that nice and tight. And now your detector is good to go. Just make sure you've done up the bolts fairly tight. You don't want your coil flopping around. And that is good to go now. And that's it.